it's been forever since I've done any kind of like talking videos or like get ready with me, so that's exactly what we're going to do today. I'm going to have a little chat with you while I get ready. Who was that? So a couple of you have asked for like hair tutorials for my hair, but I don't really want to do it because just basically I don't want everyone to copy my hairstyle exactly. So I'm not going to really do that. But I do need to cut my fringe today, so I'm going to do that on camera. And can we just take note, like, how long is my hair getting? It's getting pretty long. I feel like one side is longer than the other though, but that's because I cut my own hair, so YOLO! Right, so when I'm cutting my fringe, I start off by straightening it because I want to kind of cut it into the style, if that makes sense. Because as you can see, once I've straightened it, it goes a little different. I don't really know how to explain it. Obviously I'm not a hairdresser, but I always comb it and straighten it into place because I just feel like when I've straightened it, it kind of lifts up the hair a bit. So I don't want to cut off too much hair and then when I style it, my fringe is going to be like up here or something. So that's why I do that. And then I just take my trusty scissors, which I brought from Poundland, no shade. And then I just start cutting. And I always do this before my makeup for the obvious reason that all the hair gets in my face. So I just kind of take it from here and just cut like at an angle, and then I comb it through again, and then if there's any hairs that like aren't cut the same length, I just kind of trim them so they all are. And this is not a tutorial, guys, like don't take this literally and start cutting your hair and then when it looks crap, blame me. I'm taking no responsibility if you guys start cutting your hair. I'm literally just showing you that I do cut my own hair. Because I always like this yellow to show through, I kind of have my fringe in different layers. So then I just trim upwards, just so like more hair pokes through from underneath. Do you see that? If you're a hairdresser, you're probably watching this video and screaming like, no, don't do that. But I've been cutting my own hair since I was like 16. I'm gonna get all these fluffs off my face. So that's me massacring my own hair. Like I said, probably don't try this at home because if you mess it up, I don't want to be to blame, girl. Before my makeup, I've been applying this oil control cream because, bitch, I get a little bit oily, a little bit wet. Sorry about my voice, it's like, argh. But I keep getting like a frog in my throat. The primer I'm going to be using today is the MAC Prep and Prime Radiant Yellow one. If you didn't know, I've just started working at MAC in Nottingham. So yeah, you know I've been hooking myself up with that discount and buying some little products. So yeah, you'll probably see me using a little bit more MAC now. But I love this primer. It just feels like a moisturizer basically. It doesn't feel like heavy or thick or anything. It just feels really light and moisturizing on the skin, and it always makes my skin feel like really clean. I'm gonna colour correct under my baggy eyes using this yellow colour from this NYX palette. And girl, I ain't got time for no brush, I just slap this on. The more the merrier, because I have got some dark eyes. And then I get my little beauty blender and I blend it out. Also, let me know in the comments below what future tutorials you want to see, what kind of videos you want me to do, if you prefer this style of like talk through video. The thing is, I try and make my videos as short as possible so they're not super boring and draining listening to me for like ages. So I try and make them as quick as possible, and the way that I find it easiest to do that is by doing the voiceover. But voiceover is a little bit harder to like, I don't know, to kind of be myself. I feel like I'm just telling you what I'm doing and that's it. So let me know if you wouldn't mind if videos were longer for full tutorials and you wanted me to do one in a talk through style like this. The foundation I'm going to use today is MAC's Pro Longwear Nourishing Foundation in NC15. I haven't actually bought this yet. I'm just being ratchet and using it out of a sample pot. So all I'm doing now is just putting like a base of foundation on. I don't really bother about like coverage and stuff yet. I just literally put a little base on so then I can do my brows and my eye makeup, and then I can do my skin properly afterwards. I'm going to apply a bit of this MAC lip conditioner as well, just so that can be working its lip smoothing magic while I'm doing my makeup. As always, I'm using the Too Faced Eyeshadow Insurance Primer. If you know me by now, you'll know I can't do my eyebrows without this NYX Proof It Primer. It's literally my favourite thing in the world. Perfect for people with no brows, perfect to run through brow hairs, just so any product you put on there just stays on longer, and also it's waterproof too. It makes any product you put on your eyebrows waterproof, which is great. Feeling a little bit rusty today. Don't really know what I'm doing on my own channel. For my eyebrows, I'm using Stargazer Neon Pencils. I literally always use these, like, swear by them. So I always apply the blue pencil first, leave a space at the front, and then apply the green pencil and just kind of like blend it in with the blue. To set the pencil, I use these two colours from the Morphe Picasso palette because I'm such an artiste. This brush I'm using to apply the blue is an Anastasia Beverly Hills brush. It came with my, like a kit thing that I brought from Anastasia when I was still doing like brown eyebrows, which never happens anymore. Because I used to just do like brown eyebrows for like work and day to day, and then I would do these coloured brows like when I would go out and stuff. But now I kind of don't give a shit what anyone thinks, so I wear these blue and green brows every day. And you know, when I say I don't give a shit what anyone thinks, I don't mean it in any kind of like defensive way or anything like that. I just literally mean like, this is how I want to look, and why would I try and impress everyone else? Like, if I want to wear blue and green eyebrows in the day, then I'm going to do it, because life's too short to care about what everyone else thinks. There's always people out there that are going to say horrible things about you, no matter how you look. As long as you think you look good, why bother what anyone else thinks? You know what I'm saying? Don't clock the shape of these brows yet, honey. I know they don't match yet, but I always carve the shapes out properly with concealer. I'm using this Ben Nye Creamy Concealer for my brows. When I first started doing makeup, like, I could not be bothered with any of this. I was just like, nah, I do not need to conceal under my brows. Meh, 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 meh. And now I look back, it confirms that I did need to conceal under my brows. With my eyes, I always tend to highlight underneath the brow bone first. Because my skin's so light, I can get away with using like white. Next, I take like a creamy colour and blend it up towards where I've put the white for the brow bone. It doesn't even matter what colour I'm putting on my eyes. I always do this because I find when I'm trying to blend in coloured eyeshadow later, it just helps. It's like a smooth surface, so it makes the blending easier. I'm feeling a little craziness today, so I'm going to do some kind of sunset themed eye. Like the colours, I'm going to use like yellows, pinks, oranges, purples. And I'm going to do a cut crease. Because my eyes are hooded, I always kind of draw my crease like right above where it would actually be. You see my natural crease is here and I've drawn this like right up here. Because if I do a cut crease in my actual crease, as soon as I close my eye, it like folds over and you can't see anything that I've done. Don't worry too much about these lines yet because we're going to conceal them. All I'm doing now is concealing under the line so I can really like carve out the shape that I'm looking for. For a lot of the eyeshadow, I'm going to be using this Morphe palette. Also going to be using Sugar Pill Pro palette. These two babies. You can kind of say this is going to be like a fruit salad eye, if you can remember those fruit salad sweets from being a kid. So I mentioned earlier that I've just started working at MAC. If you do ever pop in the store, don't judge my makeup because I ain't got time to do this in the morning. I hate getting ready with no makeup on. I mean, what? I hate getting ready with no music on. It just drives me insane. I've got a personality where I kind of get really bored like really easy. My phone keeps going off and I promise it's not me like farting. It's the phone vibrating. Don't worry about all this mess under here. Y'all know I'm getting the concealer back out. I don't want this to go up as high as it does. So I'm just getting some concealer and like tapping it over the eyeshadow. Kind of like erase it a little bit. And then now I'm just gonna cut right through the shapes that I've just created. When I close my eyes, it looks as though this is a massive space, but don't forget my eyes are hooded, so as soon as they open, it really creases down. So, you know, you'd think for like a get ready with me video that I'd do a look that's really simple, but no. I didn't make it that easy for myself, did I? No! Right, that'll do, because I sometimes find that the more and more I try and like correct something or make it better, I just make it worse, and then I spend like a million hours like obsessing over one tiny little detail when no one notices anyway. And can you see what I mean about the crease? When I close my eyes, it looks like I've got loads of space that's yellow, but when I open them, like hardly nothing. So the yellow that I was just applying was from the Morphe palette, but the yellow from the Sugar Pill palette is like 10 times more intense. So I'm gonna pop some of this on there. Look at the fallout! And you know, if you're in a rush and you don't have time to conceal the bags under your eyes, this yellow eyeshadow is just going to do it all for you. And this is exactly why I don't bother doing my foundation properly first. Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara as usual. It's just so good. I swear at some point I will get rid of all of this, but there's just no point doing it now. For lashes, I'm going to use MAC's 35 lashes. While I wait for those lashes to dry, I'm going to pop on a bit of this MAC Vanilla Pigment to highlight underneath the brow bone. Okay. Oh yeah. Look at that bad boy. For liner, I'm using Kat Von D's Trooper. As per usual, I think I'd probably die if I couldn't get hold of this liner. How do you prefer to put liner on? Do you prefer like a gel pot, liquid liner, something like this? It's like a pen. Let me know. Because now I work at MAC, I'm obviously doing different things on different people. So I would like to know what you guys prefer to use. Why is it always one wing that just don't want to play? Like this one, oh yes. This one, no, what are you doing? Why you do this? And then getting this concealer and really like cutting all the eye liner and shadow together. When I do my foundation, I'll blend this line out. Now I'm going to go back in and just top up my foundation and then conceal underneath my eyes. I'm going to conceal under my eyes because they are always really baggy. Eye bags. Nose concealer's gonna kick your ass. My singing is amazing. Highlight. I'm just gonna bake underneath my eyes. I understand that me wiping foundation off my mouth with my t-shirt is ratchet as hell, but I don't care. The contour colours that I'm using, Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, which I'm sure you probably already knew. Now I'm going to highlight, and I'm actually going to use the Vanilla Pigment from MAC. Because it is like my fave colour at the minute. And literally all I'm doing is like dipping my brush in there. If there's too much pigment on like this, I just kind of pat it on, pat some on the other side and then blend it out. I just think it's a really nice colour for highlight. I know I've mentioned it before in other videos, but this Morphe palette is just so worth the money. I think it's like 12 or 14 pounds. It's just so good. You know, I mean, I understand that all of these colours are not going to be wearable for like most people, but if you are looking for like brighter eyeshadows, or you want to get creative but you don't want to have to spend a lot of money to be creative, then this Morphe palette is the one. I'm going to try and match my lips to my eyes, so I'm going to be using Kat Von D's A Go Go and Jeffree Star's I'm Royalty and Prom Night. I apply the colour and then I wait for it to dry a little bit, and the way I blend it out is just like kind of patting it, because you don't want loads of like streaks going through it. And then the pink, I'm applying like, I'd say 2/3 of my lip, and then I'm going to apply the purple underneath that and blend it all together. I blend it right out, wait for it to dry a little bit, and then I'm going to add pink on the top again. I sometimes find that like just blending it with my fingers is like more effective. And as usual, honey, let's conceal these lips. So that's pretty much it for this semi-drag makeup. I'm calling it semi-drag because I'm in drag and you've got a semi. But just kidding. No, it's like a very drag style eye, very intense colours, extreme cut crease. As I said before, if you like this style of like talk through video as opposed to the voiceover kind of videos, just let me know in the comments. Let me know what kind of tutorials you want to see or what kind of videos you want to see coming out soon. Just let me know. Hit up that comments below. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!